Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the fourth episode of Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight. So, in the last episode, what happened? I'm not exactly sure. It's been a while since I've watched the last episode. That was the one with the kidnapping attempt, right? When Hikari kind of kidnapped Cotton so she couldn't do the thing, but she escaped and did the thing anyway. You know, that whole thing. I believe that was last episode, but I really don't remember much about it beyond that because it's been a while since I've watched anime in general, really, because of, you know, 10 days worth of no computer, 10 days worth of computer not working, so 10 days worth of no anime watching, so it's been a while is my point. But anyway, so let's watch the episode. Hopefully things will come back to me soon enough, and I'll just go with the flow. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. And it shall be bestowed upon you, the star which you have longed for. So, Hikari, basically, okay. Ah, like handcuffs? Yes, together. That's the important part. Until you get blinded. Man, the lights are just... Very nice usage of lights. Well, not with that attitude. It's a very nice shot of her. Yeah, I agree. Handhold, gonna go for the handhold, and yes, there we go. Oh, and fingers laced. They really are close. And then, you know, go from that to the slap. You know, the girl that kidnapped her, locked her up, slaps her because she had the audacity to escape and do what she wanted to do. I do remember that now. Yeah, she's not gonna be there. I do kind of forget how amateurish the voice acting in the show was until just now. But that's fine, it's part of the charm of the show. But yeah, Hikari really needs to explain some stuff, you know, so I can hate her a little bit less. Because slapping her after she had kidnapped her did kind of rub me the wrong way, I'll be honest. I mean, kidnapping is one thing, but no need to add injury to insult. You know, have I actually commented on this opening at all? I don't think I really have, but it's a pretty nice opening. It's not super memorable or anything, but it definitely has a nice style to it. Burst into petals before you could touch hands. Don't you hate when that happens? But you know, they get to hold hands there, so... Wow, that's a nice sleeping posture. I mean, nice from my perspective, as an onlooker, as an observer. Just gotta run into everyone's rooms until you find her. I like that plan. Especially if we get to see more of that. You know, more situations like that. Just keep looking in random places, I'm sure you'll find her. That's a good start. Yeah, you should definitely check there, like underwater and everything. She could be hiding under there, holding her breath. Or under there, that works too. Just, no, she was probably in there. You need to look closer. It couldn't hurt to try. What? I love you, Karin. Uh, That's also a nice sleeping posture. True, but fine. Not even the boiler room, then where she could be? Of course he tried that. Who would be silly enough to try that first? Apparently the answer to that's cut in. uh, but seriously, most people would try calling them first. Train? She's not leaving, is she? Well, she does have her bag. I don't know why, I'm just really entertained by Claud in this entire episode. She's just so much fun to watch. I heard a train in the background, so kind of narrows it down. And wake up already. And I'm a hairpin. Hopefully. I don't know, because the person I'm going after has a tendency to kidnap me and lock me up, so I can't make any promises. I know, right? She kidnapped you and slapped you. What right does she have to be angry? A knife. That's great. uh, huh. Interesting. So she does want to be found, I guess. Ooh, Miriam. That's where she actually is. She kind of stands out amongst the kindergarten class field trip. Wow, that moment when a small child is smarter than you are. I've missed this show. I kind of forgot how much I like this show. That's a better shot. Wow. Are you kidding me? This is great, though. I love this. More train riding. I just... Such a pretty nice little picture she took there. A very cute picture there. Are you an adult? Damn. Just for an aquarium? I wouldn't pay that. I think maybe 600 yen, probably the most people want to pay for an aquarium trip. She just keeps doing it. I love this back and forth. That's a good question. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it though, so. Why did you lose? Well, maybe she was too emotionally traumatized by you and your shenanigans. But yeah, this. Well, yeah. You don't have to say what you're typing out loud. uh, yeah, sucked a little bit less. Oh, I can actually call her. Feeling a bit bold. She picked up. She didn't say anything yet, but she picked up. I'm sure she does. So that reaction makes me second guess myself. Does she always sleep? I mean, I would sleep all the time too if I had access to a lap pillow like that, but Because I can't really blame her. Yeah. I guess people just accept this giraffe as a normal thing. Are you upset about that? Avoiding eye contact. uh, yes. I doubt that. Hey, if you don't want to let her do it, I'll let her lay on my lap. She probably wouldn't want to, but the offer is available. No skipping cheerily to the halls. Oh, who is this? Of course, it's June. Or, yeah, I'm not here. That's what I meant to say. I see. That's quite a promotion you got there. Guess you had to find something to do when your wife was taken from you. uh, wow. Is that what she's thinking? I should hope not. That's a bit messed up. Quite skilled with that thing. So I've heard. I love this show. I pretty much loved every second of this episode so far. Yes. To think I almost didn't watch this show. Wow. Yeah, I've actually heard about that. It's a little bit rude. uh, wait for them to run into each other. You know, eventually. Cool. It's a pretty nice scenery. That's quite a pretty smile she has there. Good to hear. Of course not. Yeah. Yes, I noticed the hand holding. Hopefully we can get some more of that in current year. Present time. Man, a lot of time has passed. You must be tired. What will you do now? Position 0. Yeah. Probably she can still move anymore. I feel tired just watching her. Gonna go to the top. I'd advise against it, considering. Oh, there she is. You kind of passed her. But yeah, Ikari is definitely an interesting character. Yes, you two should totally do it together. Oh, you meant dancing. Okay, that's fine too. It's good to hear. Why not? At least you can be honest about that. Yes, she clearly is. Oh, well, unfortunate. She apparently likes jellyfish. Yeah, you know, like a date. Instead of running off by herself and playing phone games. She certainly is. uh, oh, Hikari. I should hope not. We don't want to make a habit of that. It's kind of backwards cutting. Good to know. Yes, exactly. Just pass together. We'll become one person together. Cutting. But yeah, all I have to do is become one and it'll be fine. Not that I would believe anything a giraffe says anyway. Come on, you know you want to do it. Okay, we're making progress. Now grab her hand and interlace those fingers. Then, you know, go from there. But yes, I'm glad we finally got to this point. They finally feel like they truly reunited here. In a very nice, I'm gonna say scenery, but there's really only the tower behind them. I guess it still qualifies as scenery. The fully erect tower. Okay, so hopefully they've gotten back. Otherwise my hero will have to cover for them. Yes, I will do it for all of them. I promise you they're here somewhere. Yeah, that's totally them. It's not faked or anything. That's not... Yeah, this... Wow. That's... I guess just says random things. Because she knows there's an understander anyway. Just complete nonsense. Nice. Doing roll call twice. As long as it takes. It's just so silly. Trey BN right back at you. Phrasing. She really did like that, didn't she? That was well played, though. Yeah, but that actually worked. This might actually be my favorite episode of this show. I've just loved all of it. Like a 10 out of 10 episode, no joke. Yeah, they come back after a long night together. I'm sure her imagination's running wild on what they did all night together, alone. I know mine is. Yeah. Thought I better not be pregnant. Yeah, we made it home by 6 in the morning. Well, yeah, apologies need to be made here. My hero, no need to be jealous. Just ask for a hug, I'm sure she'll give you one. Why, we... Oh no. Oh no, they've been found out. This involves spanking. Well, I guess I'll find out. Oh damn, that does sound bad. As long as we're together. It is a certain someone's fault. Yeah, I was worried that Hikari would just leave. I'm glad that wasn't the case. She just went aquarium watching. I'm up here in the window, for anyone that's curious. Yeah, totally. Yes. Welcome home. We all missed you. Don't leave us again, please. I bet you are. You can eat banana, though. It'll be fine. I don't like tofu either. Exactly. And that's where his new home is. That was the episode. Episode was fantastic. From start to finish. I just feel so much happier in general now. Like, I really can't think of anything that could have made this episode better. I mean, we technically didn't have any stage performances, which I guess you could say is a negative, but I don't think every episode has to have one. This episode definitely proved that. The show really just nails the slice of life segment so well. Because all of the slice of life stuff was on point. As well as the just bonding between Karen and Hikari. And just the silliness of Hikari sending the pictures, progressively making it more and more obvious where she is. And Karen having to ask a small child what the cryptic message means. So that was the 4th episode of Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight. And this episode, basically a nice chunk of this episode was, hey, where did Hikari go? Let's go find her. You know, featuring Karen. Now, she initially realized that Hikari wasn't there, and she searched all over for her, which included other people's rooms, the bathroom, pretty much under things wherever Hikari could be, that she could fit, I guess, because apparently Hikari is very small like that. But yeah, she did that a lot, which was, very entertaining. Apparently she didn't just try calling her like what a normal person would do. But she did eventually do that, and she actually got, responses from her. However, it still took a while to actually find her, she kind of took very blurry pictures about where she is, and she didn't quite get it at first, and then she asked a small child, like, yeah, that's totally a jellyfish. Like, oh, okay, I'll go to an aquarium. Oh, it's not the right aquarium. Oh, I guess I'll search some more then. So basically, it was a lot of Hikari attempting to find Hikari and some back and forth messages. And she just eventually straight up called her, which she did answer, surprisingly. And we did eventually get just a nice talk between Karen and Hikari where they were able to work out a lot of the issues that they had. Basically laying the cards on the table finally, what Hikari's thinking, really, because we kind of already know what Karen's thinking for the most part. We really needed to get into Hikari's head a little bit, so yeah, we got to see some of her stuff, some of her insecurities, and her thoughts on the promise and Starlight and pretty much all that stuff, and they just had a really nice talk about all that stuff, and we got to decide that we will indeed become top stars together. There's no rule that says it'll only be one person. We just have to be, shining, star together, basically. And they kind of came to an understanding, to agreement that that's what they would do. And really, as a summary, that's kind of what the episode was, but there was a lot of very fun little moments here and there throughout the episode. For example, when Karen, after Nana said what she said about the phone, I think it was, you had Karen just play with her hair saying banana nice and then combine the two into banana nice, which was very silly. That just a straight up very silly moment, and Nana seemed to actually quite like that because she repeated that later on in the episode. So that was a nice bit of silliness there. See, with Mujirou, the scene where she was the, what did she call herself, the hall goddess or something, that was really fun as well. That was amazing. Again, another very silly scene that probably didn't need to happen, but it was amazing nonetheless. Just twirling the thing and her movement and stuff. It just a lot of very unique, eccentric girls at this school, which makes sense given the setting and everything like that. So not really surprising or anything. It was really great to watch. Mujirou doesn't have a lot to do in the series, like I said, because her wife kind of got taken when Hikari entered the show, so she just kind of does her own thing. But she's pretty funny, pretty fun. All the acting jealous when Karen hugs someone else, just a lot of little things like that. And obviously we had, Kaoruku, I think her name was, on, laying on Futaba's lap before the lap pillow, and they're having their little conversation about, like, the usual stuff, the whole stage, giraffe, pop star, that whole thing. Also had a bit of a scene between Maya and Claudine, basically Maya explaining her case about why she did what she did, and it's because she's a very greedy person. She wants, she wants it all, pretty much, is really what it boils down to. And it was just a nice little dancing scene we got between the two of them. Those two do look very nice together, although my number one ship is going to continue to be Hikari and Karen, especially this episode when we really got to see the most shippiness. Like, I think we've seen it all between the two of them in this episode, near the end there. So that was really good stuff. I really like all of what we got between them. It was a lot of really cute, funny, high quality stuff we got there, and I enjoyed all of it. Oh, and another, I can't not mention this scene. The one where they try to cover for the missing Karen and Hikari. Pretty much what they decided to do was, first of all, they had Futaba and Kaoruku basically be in bed as substitutes for them. And that, of course, that led to the problem of, what about when she goes to their room for the roll call checkup? What do they do then? Well, they dealt with this problem by having Claudine laying on the floor, acting like she's, like, sick or something. Basically spouting a bunch of nonsense in French that nobody could understand. Just being very silly. And then while she distracted the teacher, they would then rush on over to their room and say, yes, we are totally here, ma'am. And it seemed like it worked at first, but later on it was revealed that no, I don't think that worked at all. Basically, plenty of people got in trouble, and the trouble they're in is pretty bad from what we've heard. And then you had Nana do that banana nice thing with her own hair, which is just the cutest thing ever. Like, for that character, that's like the cutest thing I've ever seen her do in the show. Just doing it herself, that was adorable. And yeah, eventually they did show up the next day at 6 a.m., which I think they made a kind of a joke there about 6. I think 6 p.m. supposed to be like the curfew, and then they showed up at 6 a.m. I think that was a joke there. Like, hey, we made it by 6. Yeah, 6 a.m. supposed to be 6 p.m. So that was funny if that's the case. But since they showed up like early in the morning, you can usually it's implied that they had a lot of, sexy fun times together when they were alone at night, probably at a nearby love hotel. They're obviously not gonna say that in the show, but I think it's pretty obvious that's what happened. Considering the last bits we saw with them, it's implied. And yeah, that really was the episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought it was amazing. And so far, it's my favorite episode in the series. I mean, there's only 4 episodes so far, so admittedly, that's not saying a lot. But this was a great episode. I loved it, and I can't wait for more. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.